Hey y'all, it's Loren LoRosa from The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt, but y'all know how I do. So I'm here to talk about Top Dog Law. Y'all hear Top Dog Law all over your radio, and I know by now that if you want top dollar, you should also know this. You gotta call Top Dog Law if it's about your car accident. Don't let these little family lawyers finesse you into a little check. Shouldn't nothing be little this season. Remember, for any serious accident, injury case, Top Dog Law gets you top dollar. So make sure you call today to find out what your car accident, your slip and fall, or your construction accident case could really be worth. And calling Top Dog Law is completely free also. It's free for a consultation. Call Top Dog Law today to see if your case is eligible for compensation with no money down. So make sure y'all go holla at my dogs, no pun intended, over at Top Dog Law. That's Top Dog Law on Instagram and topdoglaw.com. Now, let's get back to The Breakfast Club.
Wake that ass up
early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
All right, y'all. So we've talked a lot about this Kendrick Lamar verse from Chains and Whips with the Clipse. And all of the controversy that is stirred up because they had to leave Def Jam because they decided to leave the verse on their album that's coming July 11th. Like, let God sort them out, right? Yesterday, the verse leaked online, and I feel so bad for them. I want y'all to take a listen to the verse, and then we'll get into the conversation around it. Let's take a listen.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't with the kumbaya. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids, kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Jewesses that let me down? But the West Minds, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a the two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move up out of here. This get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Want the tea on me? Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals.
What the hell happened there?
I'll explain.
You don't got to turn that off.
That's crazy.
Like,
though.
I hate hearing music when it's not presented the way the artist wants us to hear it. Context matters, and that sound quality was terrible.
And also, too, like when we got the listen. So first of all, this was at an intimate listening event that they had in Paris, and they had one here in New York, which y'all know that I went to. And when
they never gonna invite you back.
I didn't leak this verse. I didn't leak it.
They said, Loren, don't play it. Loren, no exclusive.
I can see why they wouldn't want nobody to play it, though, just because of the sound quality. It's terrible.
And also, too, when you hear it in full, like I know we've heard Chains and Whips because of the LV show that the Clipse walked in, but when you hear the song in full with the verse, it's just a different feeling. And also, there was just so much conversation around this verse that, this was awaited, and I'm sure they wanted to keep it awaited. I don't know how you would go to an intimate event like where they were and post what you're listening to, because they tell you not to post it before the
Loren,
event starts.
I know you're not talking. You just played the verse on the radio for millions of people.
But a bunch of people were posting it, so it wasn't just one person that taped it. There was a bunch of people taping it.
Yes, that's why the angle. That's why the audio changes, because it like in order for you to hear the full verse, you had or hear as much as you can of it, you had to go to different.
Oh, so you got different people with their iPhone taping it.
There was one angle of Pharrell. There was one angle. I don't got that. I'm not in Paris. I don't got nothing to do with that.
I think that's whack. I think that you should respect people's art, and I think that when people invite you into an intimate space to hear their art, beforehand, you should just respect it. It's like going to a comedy show when they take your phones and they lock your phone up. They do that for a reason.
That's why.
They should start doing that to these for these listening events.
The sad part is you could tell that the person. I seen like 3 recorders that they weren't hiding the phone. Like you can see Pusha and Pharrell and Malice rapping like. But they did it, but it's foul.
You didn't have to hide, because even at the one that we went to, like, you didn't have to hide your phone, but they were very clear about, look, we don't want any of this to come out prior to, because like y'all said, we want people to be able to enjoy it in its entirety. It's special to us. There's been so many conversations around it. So it was just really unfortunate that this happened yesterday. But
Kendrick got some balls in it.
For sure.
I started going to therapy. Therapy taught me how to open up. It also taught me how not to give a F. I can relate. And then he said, you want the tea on me? Well, here's the ginger root. He got some balls in there.
Yeah, he's spitting on there.
Do y'all feel like this verse was worth Def Jam getting
I
their
didn't even
panties
hear
in a
it.
bunch?
Now, what you mean? We couldn't even hear the verse.
You heard enough. You just quoted 3 lines, 2 lines from it.
It started getting distorted at the end.
I don't know.
The first, it sounded hard. I mean, I don't know why Def Jam would beef about over it.
We didn't even hear the
go
whole
that far.
verse.
That's what I was going to say.
about?
We didn't hear the whole thing.
Boy,
yet.
I've heard-
please don't develop an internet brain.
Like,
No,
don't do that, please.
Please don't do
it.
First of all, before this hit the internet, I heard it in full. And my opinion is Def Jam should have relaxed and let them do what they did on their label because this would have been great for them.
Well, how can you ask us that question? We haven't heard it.
Because you heard enough of it.
No, we didn't. No,
because
see, that's
no,
internet brain. You heard enough of it. Forget hearing the whole thing. You heard enough of it. That's how the internet thinks.
No, and the
And
reason
they'll
why.
form a whole narrative and a whole opinion based off just a little bit of something.
Well, that was a lot of the verse. I will tell you that.
It wasn't.
I've heard the full verse.
But we haven't.
But I'm telling y'all that was a lot of what you will hear when it comes out.
I've been fighting all my life. That's what it sounds like right now. You fighting.
Exactly. And if there was a Drake line on there, you don't think somebody would have posted that? Because that's Def Jam's issue. They thought that it was going to be an issue with Kendrick and Drake.
I didn't hear the verse, Mar.
It's not worth the drama.
I don't know.
It's not worth the drama. Now, other music news, Cardi B. So she's finally given us a date for her album. Her sophomore album will come out on September 19th, and the name of the album is Am I the Drama? Now, yes, it's called Am I the Drama? She's been dropping visuals online. She also teased a voiceover with a visual that gives some context to what the album will be about. Let's take a listen.
7 years and the time has come. 7 years of love, life, and loss. 7 years I gave them grace, but now I give them hell. I learned power is not giving, it's taken. I'm shedding feathers and no more tears. I'm not back, I'm beyond. I'm not your villain, I'm your karma. The time is here, the time is now.
Congratulations to Cardi.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear some new music. They said it's selling like crazy already, right? Pre-orders are pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that she sold 1.5 million total album units already.
Oh, that's great.
But from what I saw in the track list, Up and WAP is on there.
Yeah, because they haven't had a place.
Yeah, so I'm sure that contributes to it.
Yeah, they haven't had a place, so it got to go on the album.
Yeah, I think
she dropped them as singles.
There's just so much anticipation too. Like people really want to hear what she's going to put on the album, what she's going to actually talk about. Because you think about 7 years since Invasion of Privacy, we've heard like features, but Cardi has went through a lot of things in this time. So
like Charlotte said, those are the 2 records that she dropped in the last 2 years. So those will go on the album.
And I love that
I can't wait to hear it.
She's still been relevant this whole time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, when somebody takes 7 years off, you know, between dropping an album and 7 years off, you don't really hear too much about them. Like, she's still been relevant with her singles and her features and everything.
That is funny, but that is funny though. I'm gonna still give y'all these singles, okay?
Right.
All right, y'all gonna get these singles,
That's
right? This album 7 years in the making.
Right.
That's right.
And I think too, as we close, I know people were like, how do you do that? Like, why would you put the singles on there? But that's not uncommon. People do that all the time. It just normally doesn't take them as long to release the album before the single or once the singles come out.
Well, before you were listening to music, that's what artists would really do. Like they would release 2-3 singles first and then release an album. Like that was.
They do that now.
Not really.
Not as much.
I feel like the rollouts aren't as strong, so people don't realize what they're doing.
It would
but
be like
smart
an 8-month rollout. Like it would be a couple of singles and then you would get the album.
Smart artists do that, so that was smart of her.
I do feel like Cardi should have dropped in the summer though.
Me too. Yeah. I thought it was going to be the summer.
Especially if you put out your newest record is called Outside. I do think she should have dropped this summer.
I thought it was going to be summer too.
Well, the single's out now.
A July
Video's
release.
out now.
Yeah.
Because usually we have like a summer girl anthem. It's still Glow. Everything Glow.
Well, I think outside, I know Outside is it has that feeling where it could be that.
No, yeah, it's definitely that, but like a whole body of work.
Oh yes,
is the Glow album.
I'm sure she would be releasing singles the whole summer. All right, well that's the latest with Loren. Can we play Outside now? All right, we'll get into that next, and then we got front page news. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.